good people. This is Regan Adams with All Things Regan. Thank you for joining me this morning on Regan Says. So, let me tell y'all something. Today is not going to be a 7-minute video. Like, sorry, not sorry. Because I need to talk about this, okay? Try not to ramble, but y'all know how that goes. So, anyway, Regan says, I will cut you off in 2.3 seconds, and I'm not playing. Y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. So for the past 2 months, literally, my integrity has been attacked. It has been attacked, seriously. And for me, I like to try my best to do right by people. Listen, I really, really do. Because my past, it didn't matter. Like when I was younger, it did not matter. But as I've gotten older, I'm in business, in relationship with people, I am very cognizant of doing right by people, because I know I don't necessarily believe in karma, but I believe in sowing and planting. It's sowing and reaping, yeah, but that's in the Bible. That is the Bible. And so I know if I do wrong to somebody, I know that it's going to come back. So I go in with the thought of two things: treat them how I want to be treated, and then make sure that you're doing right by them, because you don't want to reap however you treating them. You don't want to reap that. So treat them properly. Okay. So, y'all know I did my video yesterday, and the situation didn't turn out well. The person texted me back, and I'm not going to say what was in it, but the person thought I stole their idea. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, like I read the email, the text message, because it was long like an email. I read the message and I was like, I don't understand how I've been in business doing events for over 6 years. I've done the same type of events for 6 years. And this person is just now getting into what I've been doing. Matter of fact, I was trying to help this person. Like, spent hours upon hours of time that I was away from my daughter and away from my own stuff. Like, going above and beyond because I wanted to see this person succeed. But that's just in my heart anyway. If I'm dealing with you, I want you to win. Like, that's why I'm a coach, because it's like, I want you to win. Like, I don't want you to fail at anything, especially if I see you have talent and there's something that you can offer the world. Like, I really feel like you need, like, the veil needs to be lifted off so you can be seen. And, you know, I was noticing, you know, little stuff. And so when I reached out and I got that message back, and I just didn't expect to get that answer. And so, you know I had to be delicate in how I, responded. But needless to say, that door has been closed to this person. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But I reached back out to somebody else to kind of talk about the situation, because I was extremely upset. Listen, when my heart is in the right place for somebody and I know it, like, I know it, that's what burns me up the most. Like, I know I did right by you, and you turn around and you say this. Are you kidding me? So anyway, I reached back out to somebody who knew the situation, and it was a hard pill to swallow. It was a hard pill to swallow. I am a big advocate of mental health. I really, really am, specifically now. And with this situation, I know mental health is needed for us so we can get over emotional traumas. Because I always say, if you do not deal with emotional traumas from past relationships, whether that be with your family, with romantic relationships, friendships, and you've been hurt, or you've been around a lot of traumatic events, if you do not heal from that, you will not be able to go into business. You will not be able to have good relationships. It's not going to happen. And for me, my mindset was like, I'm mad and I can't believe you said this, and I don't need to steal anything from you. Like, I was hot. and I'm going to shut the door on a relationship, but while I'm at it, I'm going to vent because I can't believe X, Y, and Z. And so the person was like, well, you know, this, and the third. And Regan, you need to be more empathetic. I do have a problem with empathy. I do. My mindset is always, for me, I don't have, like, I'm going to cry about it for a minute, but after that, like, I'm going to get up and do something about it. And what she was saying is everybody doesn't have that wherewithal that you have sometimes. People have a lot of things going on, and sometimes it's not even about you. It is them and their circumstance. And so they were telling me to be more empathetic and that it's not about me. And don't be so quick to cut people off. I've been hearing this for quite some time because my friend Cindy tells me this all the time, that I will cut you off. Now, there are some relationships that they're kind of hard to let go because I kind of feel sorry for them in some regard, or it's just, you know, I have something that I've built in with them. But if it's something that I really don't have a lot of time and attention into, like, I'm gonna cut it off, especially if I feel like you have abused me. Like, I'm done. And so this person was just saying, make sure that you have empathy and don't be so quick to cut people off. And then just kind of talking me through some other things pertaining to my husband, because I told her what was going on. So the conversation was really, really good about that. And when I was talking, because she was like, well, maybe you had a situation that makes you act the way you do. And I know it is. When I grew up, I saw a lot of things that my father did that I did not like. I did not like a lot. And I vowed that nobody, and when I say nobody, I mean nobody, is getting over on me. Nobody. And if it looks like you trying it, I'm out. Because I don't have time to deal with it. I don't have time. And even like my patience, super duper thin for a lot of stuff. And I had a friend, he was like, oh my gosh, like just a little bit of anything and you just be ready to go. Yeah, because I don't have time. Like, you bulling around. And I don't have time for that. I don't want to have time for that. I have things to do. And what that is making me realize is I will not be able to deal with some people that maybe God will potentially send in my life because I don't have the patience and I don't have the empathy to be like, everybody doesn't think like you, Regan. If they don't fit into your box and what you're thinking it should be, you dispose of them. And I was like, Lord, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. But she was telling the truth. She was telling the truth. And one thing about me is it may take a little while and it may take a little hammering in my head to be like, okay, you know, all right, Regan, let's start shifting. Let's start changing. Let's start looking at things another way because your way is not the right way. And, you know, it's not going to always be done the way you want it. And people are not going to always look at it the way you look at it. And so I just have to be mindful of that because I definitely do not want to turn away anybody that God has sent into my life. I don't want to do that. I want to help, but I know I'm going to have to soften it up. I have to soften it up and be more receptive to people. Because listen, y'all, it's bad. Like, it is. Even like with restaurants and stuff, my friend Cindy will tell you, like, you go in one restaurant that you tried one time and you don't like it, you out. I am. And she said, you won't even go back. Maybe they had a bad day. Maybe. And I'll be like, and look, how y'all messing around with food? I don't understand. I don't understand. So anyway, and then after I got off the phone with this person, which I was really glad that she took time to even talk to me because she herself has a lot going on. So I was very grateful in that moment for her to talk to me. And for another thing, I don't listen to a lot of people. Yeah, I'm hard-headed. Listen, only child stuff. I like stuff my way, when I want it, how I want it, and I don't listen to everybody. Ask my mom. I've always booked the system. I'm going to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I know. I'm kind of working on it, y'all. Just give me some grace. Like, I want everybody to give me some grace, but I don't want to give them any grace. But I was very happy that she took her time to even speak into my life and speak into my situation. And I felt comfortable talking to her about everything anyway. And so got off the phone with her, and then I reached over and talked to somebody else. And I was just letting her know, like, hey, you know, if there's anything that you need to talk to me about, if you have some concerns, if you don't like how I'm treating you, or there's a question, let me know. Because that was the problem with this other situation. Like, if you felt like I stole an event from you, come and talk to me. Send me a text. Like, we had enough relationship for you to come and talk to me. And then I can explain, hey, no, this is this. Like, I planned this event way in January, almost a year ago. Like, I even screenshot the message, and like, where you can go on my page and see, like, look, I had this event in mind months ago. I plan most of my events 6 months to a year and a half out, because I love planning events. And most of the time it is going to be at the top of the year, visionary things, visionary money, things of that nature, because it's a new year, new you. That's what event planners do, some of them. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for almost 6 years. And so if you felt like there was a problem, you can reach out and talk to me. And so I was telling the young lady, we actually worked together. So I was like, hey man, if there's something you don't like that I'm doing, or you have a question, or, there's something that you need to talk to me about, I said, let me know. I said, I don't care what it is. And that's how I am. I don't mind having those hard conversations. Let me know. And she said, well, I'm glad you told me that, but you're intimidating. And I was like, what? Me? I'm intimidating? Nah, I don't think so. But then I don't know how I look to other people, but I'm not trying to. But one thing about it is, don't come to me with any bull. Like, don't do it. Don't. But if you want to have a good adult conversation about something that's going on, we can do that. Like, I'm not going to come and bite your head off. I don't even operate that way. I keep telling everybody, I'm the sweetest, hardest person you will ever know. I'm actually I'm very sensitive, like super sensitive. And I will cry in 2.3 seconds. And even I'll tell my mama that, and she's like, no. How you know me all my life and don't know I'm sensitive? Like, I don't understand. I understand. But I am. So, but I genuinely want to be on the same page with everybody. I desire communication. I want to know how you are feeling, and making sure that everybody is on the same page. And if there is a problem, let's try to get on the same page, and let's try to talk about it. And she was like, you are a little bit intimidating. And I always thought, like, I'm nice. Like, what are you talking about? But she said, you're very direct. You're very direct. And that's what the other lady that I talked to before her, she was like, you're extremely direct. And she said, I remember you had a conversation even about one of your friends, and you were like, nah, I cut her off. And she said, it's like you didn't even take a breath between you saying that. I don't know. And my circle is super duper tight. But I gel well with a lot of people. Like, I really do. I'm friendly. Like, it's like I'm trying to sell myself to y'all. Listen. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about just giving people grace. Y'all know every time I go through something, I'm going to let you guys know, because maybe somebody else is going through the same thing. And I know I need to soften up in some areas. And I am very soft. But I'm not going to let anybody play me. Listen, y'all better blame my daddy, Lou G Man, and blame him. Because listen, I'm telling you, at a very young age, I learned, don't play with me. Don't do it. Try it and see. And I wasn't necessarily a violent person, and I didn't start stuff because I don't even like arguing. That's the thing. I hate confrontational stuff. I don't like that. I don't like arguing. I don't like confrontational stuff. I'm not going to start anything with you. I see drama, I'm going to the other direction. I don't like drama. I don't like gossip. I don't like any of that. But I'm telling you, if you would bring back in the day, not now because I'm saved and all that good stuff. The blood of Jesus is over me. I'm Holy Ghost filled. Yeah. But back in the day, listen, I'm not going to start it, but I'm going to finish it. And guess who I learned that from? My daddy. My daddy. I'm telling you, he taught me a lot of stuff. Any kind of toughness, mental toughness, any kind of standoffish stuff, any kind of anything, fighting. I got that from my dad. Good stuff, but it can be bad. But that was no joke. But I'm going to work on that. So that's what I really wanted to say. And if somebody else is having problems with, being more empathetic to people in their situation, we got to loosen up. We have to be more open. I do ask God for, like I said, discernment, and my discernment is really good. But one thing I definitely know that I need to work on as far as my coaching is making sure that I screen people before I start working with them. So maybe, I've had a few people where they wanted to work with me, and one in general, not this person, but somebody else, they really needed like therapy. Like there was nothing I could do with them. And so with that aspect, I need to definitely join forces with, which I'm already in the process of doing, but joining forces with therapists who will be able to help clients. And I can say, you know what, I cannot help you, but this person can, or she can, he can, and be able to dish them off to people who can help. Because I'm telling you again, if you cannot move past, your traumatic experiences and having healing, you're not going to be able to have healthy relationships. Even with you hiring me for coaching, like I don't even want that money. I'm going to be honest. I don't even want the money because it's more of a headache. And now here I am on the tail end dealing with, I'm not now, but no, I'm a little bit better, but dealing with stuff that I have no business dealing with. Like I have no business dealing with. And so just work on your empathy. It's not always about you. Soften up. I'm talking to myself. Like I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself. So soften up. Give somebody another chance. Unless they just kind of like dog walked you, then don't like leave them alone. But I say we all need to have a little bit of mental toughness and toughness about ourselves. Because some people will listen. That was one of the last thing when I was younger, because I was so nice, or people thought, or I was quiet. Not really quiet. I talked, but I wasn't that one who was all in your face and doing all this, that, and the third. But they would think because I wouldn't necessarily say anything that I was soft. So they would try me. And then when they tried me, they was like, oh, okay, so you crazy. No, I wasn't crazy, but you were messing with me. So those are the ones, side note, the ones who talking all that mess, hit them first. Don't hit them. I'm just saying this was back in the day. But the ones doing all that loose rapping, hit them first. The ones that's in the corner being quiet watching, those are the ones you got to pack your lunch for. You better hear what I'm saying. Ask me how. I know. Anyway, I know it's past 7 minutes, but I had a rough day today, honey. Listen, I got that text message and I was done. I was literally shaking, and I don't get that upset often. Like I can count on one hand how many times where I'm shaking, where I'm so mad, and I don't like being in that place, especially when I know my heart was in the right place. So anyway, that's it. allthingsregan.com. I will cut you off in 2.3 seconds. And I ain't playing. Anyway, you guys check me out on All Things Regan. I have a slew of events, and I still have to work on my dates, because I talked to somebody else today who wants to add a date. So I'm going to have to see how all this plans out, and I have some more meetings and stuff to see how everybody's stuff plans out. So I'm excited about 2020 and my life. I cannot wait to be out for Christmas break and New Year's break. So I'm just excited about life and excited about the events I have coming up. There is still registration available for the I was about to say, girl, hold my hand. That's not it. The pocketbook class, so the financial class, and then we're also going to have real estate people there to help us with commercial and regular real estate, so your houses or rental property, investment property. So that's it. allthingsregan.com. I think it, I see it, I do it. You guys have a blessed night or day, because it's night now. You have a blessed day. Bye.